For those of you thinking of starting to make YouTube videos, there's tons of different equipment options out there that you could choose from. This video is going to look at 3 different equipment setups that you can use at different price points so that you can compare the levels of quality when you spend different amounts on your equipment. So one option you have, and the cheapest equipment setup we're going to be looking at today, is using your phone to make your YouTube videos. The most important thing that videos that grow a channel need to do is they need to connect with your audience. And this is done through the substance of the video, through creating interesting, engaging content. It's got nothing to do with the overall quality of the finished video. Here's Mr. Beast, one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform right now, backing me up on this point.
When I first started, I got 100,000 subscribers with an iPhone. And this is an iPhone 5 that recorded in 30 FPS, terrible quality. So as you guys know, equipment's never an excuse.
So there you have it. Quality is not your top priority when you're starting out and hoping to grow on YouTube. Your main focus should just be on starting and not waiting to have enough money to buy super expensive equipment that you don't have. Now, if you already have a smartphone in your pocket, this option is actually going to be completely free for you. And I'm assuming that 99.9% of people watching these videos already has a smartphone. If you don't, I'm filming this video on an iPhone 10. If you want this level of quality, you can get a used iPhone 10 for around $650. And I even saw refurbished iPhone 10s for around $450 online. The lowest quality phone I'd probably go for making YouTube videos would be the iPhone 6S, and I saw that for around $375 when I was researching this video. So that was the first equipment setup that we're going to look at in this video, using just your phone, that I'd advise most people who are hesitant to start to use and just get started. The price point there, most likely free for most people that already have a phone, up to around $450. We're now going to move up to the equipment setup number 2, and the first thing you probably notice is the huge jump in audio quality, and that's the result of me using this microphone. So in this setup, we're using a microphone, a digital SLR camera, and some lights. I'm using a basic entry-level SLR here. You'll notice I'm using the Canon T4i, and there's a huge jump in quality from going from a phone to an actual digital SLR camera. And one of the benefits of having an SLR camera is you have some finer adjustable settings that you can go in and adjust to make sure that your video quality is top quality and worlds better than what comes out of this. I've already mentioned that the microphone is going to give you better quality sound, and the lights are going to take the quality of the image that comes out of your SLR and make it even better than before. The price of the Canon T4i is currently around $350. This microphone is $30, and the lights, you can get both of them for $60. I'll put a link in the description below, but for this whole package, you're looking at around $430. So I'd advise you to only invest in this gear once you already have a big growing audience. You've proven that there's an audience for your videos using setup 1, and you want to reinvest back into your channel to boost the quality and speed up how quick your channel is already growing. Okay, so now we're gonna leave this place and go over to my friend Josh's studio. He's a professional video producer, and he's gonna show us some professional video equipment, talk us through the price points, and you're going to be able to see the jump in quality from my entry-level digital SLR camera to his professional gear over in the studio. But before we do that, I just want to mention that if you're looking to build a YouTube channel to create an income for you, you need to make sure you're building that channel the right way. A lot of people, the mistake they make is they start their YouTube channel and they'll start growing the channel, but that channel won't be optimized to make them as much money as possible, and they'll be unhappy with the amount of revenue actually being created from their channel. I've spent the last 6 months making my training, the YouTube Money Making Academy. You'll find a link below in the description to this video to that training, where I go into extensive detail of all the money making opportunities available to YouTubers. And I'll talk you through step by step how to attach those opportunities into your channel easily and maximize the amount of money that every single income source will make for you. If you're one of the many people intending to start their YouTube channel but you don't know how to set it up to make money, or you already have a channel but you're dissatisfied with the low amount of income it's currently generating, then the YouTube Money Making Academy training is for you. The training teaches you step by step how to turn your YouTube channel into a 6-figure business, using the knowledge and the methods I use myself on this channel to go full time when I only had a few thousand subscribers. So click the link in the description below to go to the training and get access to an exclusive 30% off discount only available to my YouTube viewers. So we're here in Josh's professional video studio now, and by the power of video editing, I have grown extra long facial hair, I'm in different clothes, and I'm joined by Josh.
What an introduction.
So here's Josh. Like I said, he's a professional video producer. He's also the co-host on the Starting Up podcast. And you've got your own channel teaching people how to make their own videos, haven't you?
I do, yes. Basically, it's just a case of trying to showcase how to create high quality content for YouTube. And it sort of works in both worlds, whether it's just video production in general or for YouTubers. But I've done your course, so hitting the keywords, basing it around YouTube to help YouTubers sort of up the production value.
Cool, so go check Josh's channel out if you want to make higher quality YouTube videos on your channel. I'll put a link to the channel below. But Josh, can you just chat us through the sort of equipment we're using here in your more professional setup than my home setup?
Yeah, I mean, we've spoken about it before, but the main thing to, like, no matter what camera you've got, when you sort of invest in lighting, it gives you a better image. So you can see now we've got a nice big key light, which I'm sure you can overlay a video.
Yeah.
Big soft key light on the front of us, gives us a nice little skin tone. We've got a backlight, which again you can see in shot, which just sort of cuts in at the side there and gives a really nice composition of shot, separates from your background. High quality microphone, so the audio should be on point. And then finally it'd be the camera and lens. So I'm shooting on a Sony a7 III, we're shooting in 4K. Really high quality image.
Okay, cool. So we actually figured out the price of all of Josh's gear before we shot this video so that we can run through a price comparison. So Josh's camera alone is around $2,400. The lens on there is $1,155. So a big jump from my camera at $300 with the camera and lens included in one. We've got just the tripod that Josh's camera sits on. The head and the tripod is $360. That's what the camera fastens onto to shoot this video.
Oh, I don't think I want to know these numbers now.
Josh's main light, so it's an aperture light, is it?
Aperture 120D Mark II with the dome on top as well.
Sure, yeah, so we got the light alone, which is $975. And then the light dome, so that's the soft diffuser box that goes outside the light around it to make the light more flattering, I guess.
Yeah, just softens it, yeah.
Yeah, that is $310 alone just to go around the light.
Oh no.
We've got a couple of LED panel lights behind us, so they're just really giving us backing light.
Yeah.
Those lights for the two are $180. The microphone above us is $88, and then the arm that the microphone is attached to is $75. And finally, the white screen behind us and the brackets they fasten to are around $230. Okay, so we just added up the total cost of all of that equipment together, and we've got a number of $5,773 worth of equipment here in Josh's studio.
It's a good job I don't rely on YouTube for my income at the moment.
Okay, so that's a big jump in price from the camera setup 2 that we had at my house, $430 all in. We've jumped up to nearly $6,000 in Josh's studio. And what would you say is the biggest difference, maybe in quality or what you get from what I would have at my setup at my house to what you get with a $6,000 setup here?
I think hopefully you'll see from the actual quality of the footage, you'll have better colour, you'll have better dynamic range with the shot, so you can manipulate the image a lot more and get that YouTuber look, like, you know what I mean, where it's like a really nice dark, you know, like the orange and the teal and orange skin tones, you know, the colours, yeah, the colour science, yeah, like you see a lot of YouTubers with that really like vibrant, I don't know, vibrant YouTuber look. I think that's what it is, and that's what you get from having the lighting, the cameras, and being able to manipulate the colours a lot more with a higher quality camera.
And we spoke before as well, didn't we, about the subject of the person being separated from the background.
Yeah.
And is that going to be more easy and achievable to do with a more expensive setup like this?
Yeah, and again, that goes back to lenses. The more you spend on a lens, the more you can sort of reduce the aperture, so that gives you the bokeh blurred background. At the minute we're shooting at like f5, so we haven't got that much of a separation. Like the background will be in focus just as much as the foreground.
Okay.
But as you can reduce the aperture, you get the blurred background. It looks more professional, more artsy.
We'll put in some stock footage there to show you the depth of field effect that we're talking about, so you can see what we mean with more expensive kit. Okay, so there we have it. Those are the 3 different camera equipment setups that you can use if you're starting out on YouTube, or maybe if you're a bit further in your journey. We started off with the first camera setup, which is just the mobile phone that you have in your pocket. Like I said, for most people, this option is going to be free. If it's not free, you can buy a phone for around $350, $400. And that's going to be perfect for people who are just starting out. Like we said, substance and content in your videos are way more important than quality if you want to start growing a channel and getting subscribers. Next up, we had the beginner SLR, entry-level SLR setup at my place. So that's a basic SLR camera, 2 cheap lights and a mic. And that made a huge difference moving from phone to my setup for $430 all in. So if your channel is growing, you're starting to make some money from your views and you want to reinvest that back into the channel, then go ahead, grab this setup and treat your viewers with a nice treat of increasing the quality in your videos. And finally, we got a setup like we're using now in Josh's studio, close to the $6,000 mark, much more professional level equipment. If you're already a professional videographer, then of course you can use a setup like this. I think with online video, this level of quality isn't a necessity.
Definitely not.
It's a nice to have. Yeah. Maybe if you're a video enthusiast and you really, or a perfectionist and you really want the best quality video possible, go ahead and eventually splash out for this much money. But for anyone starting online, sort of home videos, amateur videos are the standard that people expect online, so you're not going to lose any credibility or any views by using a cheaper setup like I had at home. But if you want to splash out on a setup like this, then treat your viewers and go ahead. But the most important thing to take away from this video is the most important part of your YouTube journey is just starting. Don't let anything be an obstacle. Get out and start and you'll learn along the way. Just want to finish the video off by saying thanks, Josh, for letting us steal your studio setup and
welcome anytime. Yeah. Welcome anytime.
Cheers, man. I appreciate it. And like I said, if you want to make YouTube videos yourself and you're more focused on the technical side of things and the production of videos, check out Josh's channel. That's what he focuses, teaching people who watch his videos. Make sure to check out my course, the YouTube Money Making Academy, if you are interested in taking your YouTube channel and turning it into a 6-figure business. Like I said before, you get the link to that course in the description below this video. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks, Josh. Check out the video next Monday. There's videos every week on the channel, and I'll see you then.